Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering this week and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Westwood, and I'm here today with senior columnist Tim Carney. And Tim, you are working on a piece that will note that with the number of cases of COVID continuing to rise, everyone should expect to get the virus at some point. Do you think the Biden administration's strategy reflects that logic?
No, they actually, when asked about, for instance, Pfizer's therapeutic drug, which is currently awaiting approval by the federal government, Rochelle Walensky replied, well, the best way to keep yourself safe is to not get sick in the first place. So they're still on the let's not get sick in the first place mindset. And so they're not speeding up approval of Pfizer's therapeutic drug, despite great tests so far, studies showing it to be highly effective. They're also not rushing rapid tests to people's homes. Jen Psaki actually made fun of that idea of giving people these rapid tests. And while if everybody's going to be getting it over the holidays, that's great reason for people who have it to test to see when they've gotten over it, or if they've been exposed, to test before they go over to grandma's house for Christmas dinner.
Some Democratic governors, especially in redder states, are starting to walk away from the sort of wartime footing when it comes to the pandemic breaking with the Biden administration. Do you think that Biden potentially sees it as politically advantageous to continue to make this pandemic seem more urgent than most Americans believe it is at this point?
Well, I think that there's just so many things frozen in place. He felt like when he kind of told vaccinated people to take off their masks back in the spring, there was a lot of blowback, and the people who said, let's not do that, felt proven right when the Delta variant surged in the summer. Cases are going through the roof now. I don't think he's sort of physically, mentally able to separate out the questions of how many cases are we getting and how serious are these cases. I just think they are stuck in a very bureaucratic way of thinking about it. Cases are bad, and I don't think we're going to move on from that in the Biden administration.
And finally, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was asked this past week about a potential rule prohibiting members of Congress from owning and trading stock. And she said, quote, "We're a free market economy." So what are the rules surrounding that?
There's basically no rules. A member of Congress is allowed to buy and trade stock basically based on insider information they have as a government official. They're allowed to sell the stock if they're right before they pass a regulation that would hurt a company, or buy the stock right before they pass a regulation that would protect the company. The only law in place is that you're not allowed to pass a law, do official action to profit yourself. But to buy and sell and trade based on what you know is going to happen or what you're going to do as a lawmaker is still perfectly legal. And Nancy Pelosi has made it clear. I mean, she owns over $500,000 in Apple stock last time we checked. She's made it perfectly clear that she thinks if she wants to buy some Apple stock before she passes some subsidy for it, that's perfectly fine.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for being here today. You can get more writing from Tim and the rest of the commentary team at WashingtonExaminer.com.